Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is fine. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 1:07 p.m.
7 minutes past 1 in the afternoon of Tuesday, the 29th of April, 2025. Good afternoon. So this morning, I got up and my mother hadn't rung. She hadn't rung. She has rung, but I didn't listen to the message. It's got lost. I'm going to have to go through my messages and delete them. I've got about 40 messages from my mother on the phone. So I got up this morning, and usually I get from somebody, hello, hi, are you okay? Are you going anywhere today? I said no, and I'm fine. The sun is out. Alexa, what's the temperature at the moment?
At the moment, it's 20 degrees Celsius.
So it's 20.
Tonight, you can expect a low of 8 degrees.
So it's 20 degrees Celsius at the moment, so it's fairly warm. The sun's shining. The sunlight has gone off my balcony, so I'm not sitting out on the balcony this afternoon. It goes. So early in the morning, about 8 o'clock-ish, the sun is shining on my balcony. In the afternoon, it goes on the opposite side. So it's in the shade, my balcony at the moment. There's no sun on there and it's got a bit cooler. However, I've got 3 fans on. And when I go to bed, I'm the status tower fan is like blowing over me while I'm asleep. Because I like to have covers on me. I like to snuggle under the covers. And it's a bit hot, so if I've got the fan over me, I can at least have one cover over myself with the fan on. I don't like lying there. I just feel naked. You know what I mean? Just lying there without a cover over myself. So I put the cold air fan on near my bedside. So I got up this morning, made myself a drink, did a YouTube video, uploaded it, and then I went outside with Max afterwards. My chihuahua went outside with him. And then I threw some rubbish out. The cleaner kindly opened the door for me because she didn't have to. That was nice. I said thank you. Walked across the road and around the corner. 2 sets of couples coming towards me, male and female, dressed in summer gear. And I've got my trousers on and my t-shirt. Walked further on up to the fields, and again there was people on the field, so I walked around the back of Costa Coffee, and there was some men spraying weed killer near the parked cars. They had like plastic bottles on their backs, and they were spraying like weed killer all over the weeds on the grounds. So they were all dressed in orange, and they had caps on and sunglasses like myself, because I went on out with a baseball cap and sunglasses, but I went out with this baseball cap which is bright pink, and their baseball caps were black. Blokes. And then I walked back onto the fields, and there was a man walking around with a big larger dog. There was an old chap sat on the bench with his head was bald at the back. And there was another curly-haired, grey-haired bloke running with a big brown dog with shorts on. So there was a few guys outside with big brown dogs, bigger than mine. When I go into a live stream, or do a live stream, or I post videos and pictures to Facebook, somebody copies them. Somebody goes right in there, they're right behind my back watching, and they mimic and they copy. and they try to annoy. They say things that, that they think's going to rub me up the wrong way. So another reason why I go outside with a camera, whether it's a live stream or just recording for YouTube, is it stops me losing my rag. Stops me losing my temper if I've got a camera in front of me. Some people don't care, they hold a camera and they have a full-blown bipolar episode in front of the camera. When I'm holding a camera, I'm aware that I am walking around with the camera and that people are in front of me, etc. So I don't do that. I don't want to film myself going crazy, because it's not nice for other people, and it's not nice for myself, recording myself having a manic episode. So for me, holding a camera stops that, or I call someone up on the phone when I feel stressed or anxious, like my son, my mum, or a friend, to stop me getting anxious in public. So they put other people in my clothing, and they usually put my clothing on men. And don't laugh, because what I wear can be worn by men and women. It can. T-shirts, trousers, trainers, hats can be worn by men as well as women. There were women out in lovely, lovely summer dresses. It's summer. I don't want to wear a summer dress. I don't feel comfortable in a summer dress. Things have happened to me and I feel safe in what I'm wearing. I'm not going to flash my bits and pieces at people. Like I said, if it gets so hot I'm fucking sweating profusely and I can't breathe, I'll wear shorts and a t-shirt, but I ain't going to go around in a bra top or things like that, because of my age as well. It's up to other people what they want to do and what they want to wear. I'm going to wear what I want to wear and do what I want to do. So if people are saying they think I'm dressing like an old man, I don't think so. I think that t-shirts and leggings are universal for all ages and sexes, and I really don't think I look like an old bloke. But if you want to try and sexually bully me and take the piss out of what I'm wearing so I go home and change it into something skimpy, I'm a lot older and I don't want to wear skimpy clothes. I would feel uncomfortable going into a shop half undressed, whatever weather, because of what has happened to myself in the past. I feel comfortable in shorts and a t-shirt, but I want shorts that are near the knee rather than up to the crotch. So I knew I wasn't going anywhere today. It's the cost of living crisis, and I want to save a small amount of money for the weekend. So I'm not going to go around spending all my money willy-nilly during the week and waste it, what little I have got. Because if I do go to the Sweeps Festival one day at the weekend, I want to have some money to myself so that I can get something, It's pointless wasting money or keep getting bloody McDonald's and things. It's a waste of money. And during this heat, I don't want to eat or drink a lot. I mean, a drink with a bit of ice cubes in it, I can make myself. And a few snacks. I've had my lunch. So I've had sweet and sour chicken with rice. and there's food for tomorrow, and I just take each day as it comes. If people want to take the piss out of me and embellish, really, you know, Spitting Image, right? And the royal family years ago, they used to embellish, um, the, features that stick out, right? Teeth, ears. So Charles's ears were like 5, 6 times bigger than they were. Their teeth were like blown up larger. So when you're well known, that's what people do. They take the piss. They do comic images of you. They make your teeth look worse than they are. They bring them to the forefront. Ears. Or if you've got freckles or spots. And famous people have to live with that. If you're in the public eye and if you are sharing things about yourself, this is going to happen and you've got to be prepared for it. So they can blow up my teeth. They can call me an orc. They can be as cruel as they possibly can because it's just like going back to school, and I just ignored bullies. You've got no choice. When you go to school, you have to go to school, or you get into trouble, don't you? So if you're in a class of 32 kids and every one of them is taking the piss, you have to fucking sit there whether you like it or not. Because back in the day, the teachers didn't do fuck all when I was bullied. They just sided with the kids. So don't be so silly. It's only children, mate. Don't take any notice of it. Well, it fucking scarred me for life, thank you. And it did affect me. And it's cruel. So, when those 2 women came into my flat, right? And my flat isn't as bad as you think. It isn't, right? I told you I thought they filmed and took pictures, and I don't know who these women were actually working for. So I've just gone into TikTok, right? And in Russia, they've got internet, Russia. So they've got this, I don't know whether it's a son and his mother living together. The woman looks elderly. She's got grey hair like my mother. And the Russian guy looks like a really weird version of one of my sons. And the house is in an awful condition. It's awful. It's got rubbish all over the floor. Every floor in every room of the house has got rubbish in it. The son has got teeth. Black front teeth. Black, 2 black front teeth and teeth missing. And they're living in appalling conditions, and he's laughing with all his black teeth. And the mum is sat there with a knife, eating food with a knife out of a jar. And the bed is disgusting. The bed the guy is sleeping on is black. Someone's filmed these 2 poor people on TikTok from Russia in a fucking house that looks like it comes out of The Hills Have Eyes. They're filming this poor guy. He's in a terrible state. His face is all... They said he looked like Jim Carrey in one of the films he was in. But it's a real bloke. So he's laughing his head off. And fair play to him, right? The house is a mess. They look like they need help. And someone's going in there with a camera and filming it all onto TikTok, and everybody's laughing at them. I mean, really? All after these 2 people came into my flat. So all around the world, you've got images like doubles of me, doubles of my sons, doubles of my mum, all over the world. Like someone has stolen photographs and films and embellished what's wrong with us. Taken our features and picked people that are similar looking and taken the piss. That's what it feels like to me. This is in Russia. Funny doubles of me, my mum and my sons. What the fuck is going on? Anyway, at this moment in time, there is no post. No post at all. Nothing. No nata. They are trying to make out that I'm mad, right? And my mum had a mental health nurse called Ben, and it was a funny surname, Palaram. And he injected my mother with a mental health drug for 13 years for schizophrenia. Not me. I don't have schizophrenia. So somebody this morning, when I came back from walking the fields, you know that I read out that Ben's gutters window cleaning? And I don't know when I did a video of that. Well, they'd stuck it so I could see it. Ben's guttering with a smiley face. I've had no posts. Nothing. Nothing at all. And they keep putting these bald-headed men with grey hair and baldness, and my mum. They're replicating my mother, because my father Derek is dead. He had long grey hair down to his shoulders when he died. Long grey hair. And my mother asked the co-op funeral directors to wash my dead father's hair, wash his mouth out, and make him smell like lavender. So they did wash his hair. He had really thick nails for a man. And they closed his mouth and sewed it up like a rag doll. Zigzags. And his eyes were shut when my dad was dead. And they'd sewn his eyes shut. So how could they wash and rinse my dad's mouth out with water? Because my dad used to swear at my mother, so she requested to the co-op funeral service that they washed my dad's mouth out. And you say that when someone swears. You need to wash your mouth out, don't they? I have accused my mother of being cruel, and I mean it. 100% do I mean it. And I don't believe in cruelty. It's disgusting. Laughing at people that are unwell, that are disabled, or of a different ethnicity, is cruel. And it's not something that I like to do or be involved with. Or bullying and hatred. So I took the Ben's gutters leaflet and the paraphernalia takeaway shit, and I threw it in the bin where it belonged. In the dustbin. Now, I may not be getting any posts from my mum, and I don't expect that. I'm a grown adult. But I have sent things to myself. And I mean, I've ordered things, you know what I mean? Right? It's my mother's birthday on May the 14th. Jennifer's, not mine. I haven't forgotten it. I will get my mum something, even if I send it through the post. I'm not evil. It's not my birthday. Ben wasn't my nurse. And you can stop hiding because my father Derek is dead. So you cannot stop hiding it all and bring it out all in the open. Yeah? What they did to me was wrong, and karma is going to get them. Because you can't keep lying and hiding in the dark and making me look a twat. None of you can. Because it's you that's the twat that's doing this to me. So guys, when I start to branch out and show people who I am, right, they try and stop me. They try and silence me. Now they try and stop my posts, so I can't show you guys what I've got. They think that I'm going to bore you with boring content, and I try not to. I try not to. I'm going to try and go to the Sweeps Festival at the weekend to do some kind of filming, whether it's for YouTube or TikTok. And no doubt I'll be pushed and shoved out the way, stood on, and whatever. But I'm a good person and God looks after me. See you later.